Blocked by Hayes. Now the ball pops loose, and Maple Grove's going to have it. Right out in front, they score.
Hello and welcome to the Sports Jam for the week of May 2nd. I'm John Jacobson.
I'm Jay Wilcox. Today on the show, highlights from a big golf tournament, and we'll meet a Champlin Park three-sport athlete who is starring in lacrosse this spring in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
Plus, I will visit with the unbeaten West Lutheran softball team. First up, a star-studded track and field meet that featured a number of local champions. The Hamline Elite meet brings together the state's top competitors about a month before the state meet. The 11th annual Hamline Elite meet on a beautiful night in St. Paul. Highlights from this one: in lane 5 is Armstrong's Evan McClellan running at the Elite meet for the first time. He wins the 100-meter dash in 10.57 seconds. McClellan sets new meet records in winning both the 100 and 200-meter races. Boys 1600 and Hopkins' Owen Haft leads from start to finish. The future Gopher wins in 4 minutes, 14.6 seconds. Kevin Dado of Totino Grace is second, with 4 Hopkins runners placing in the top 7. Boys 4x100 relay, it's Wayzata's team of Jeff Berg, Drake Kapler, Ethan Took, and anchor Sam Copine winning in 43.21 seconds. Boys 300 meters, it's Edina's Abdi Sahal winning. Armstrong's Joey Frazier finished third. Maple Grove's Leroy Cueta placed 6th. Wayzata senior Ruby Stauber is one of the nation's top prep girls half-milers. She wins the 800 in a meet record time of 2 minutes, 10.78 seconds. She's a defending state class AA champion. Finally, in the boys 3,200 meters, Jarrett Carpenter leading all the way for Wayzata. He just misses on a meet record, but he earns the win with a personal record time of 8 minutes, 59.76 seconds. He's with some of the local meet winners set after their events.
Well, I wasn't nervous, and I didn't want to be thinking about the race. I just cleared my mind out of everything and just ran.
And Kevin Dado came with me, which was nice to have. Nice to have someone right there to just push me along the whole way. But yeah, I wanted to get out hard and then try to close as fast as I could, so I think I did a pretty good job of that.
Our last handoff was actually pretty terrible, which is positive for us. With us winning the race and still having a terrible handoff, it leaves a lot of room for improvement and a lot of room for faster time, definitely.
I was kind of hoping to go out around 62, and I think I was like 64, 65, so I was a little slow. I was kind of thinking people would be out there pushing me, but you never know, you can't count on that.
Going into it, my goal was to break 9, and so I definitely made that goal. It was only moments before the race that I heard the course record was, so I guess then it was a short-term goal to possibly get that as well, but I couldn't be more happy to go sub-9, so it's a really big deal for me.
Jay, a number of meet records fell that night, and also Wayzata's boys won the 4x800 meter relay. The Wayzata girls won the 4x400, and Armstrong's Alexandra Hurst, she finished second in the girls shot put.
Well, really great to see so many local athletes doing great at that. So it kind of gets you excited for that state meet coming up also back at Hamline and see how they can do there. Now to baseball, where the top-ranked team in Class 4A, Wayzata, faced a big showdown with rival and third-ranked Minnetonka. A beautiful night at Minnetonka's Veterans Field. The Skippers get to Wayzata ace Tom Scoro in the first inning as Fox Liam connects on a drive that clears the fence and right for a solo home run. Minnetonka leads 1-0 after 1 inning on Liam's blast. In the second, Timothy Rogers hits a chopper that Scoro knocks down, but his throw to first is low and gets away. Pearson Pass races around to score for a 2-0 Skippers lead. And here's Wayzata's only hit. Will Oberg's hard grounder is gloved in short right, but the throw to first is not quite in time. Tonka righty Samuel Thorson is superb, throwing a one-hitter with 8 strikeouts as Minnetonka wins it 2-0.
It's shaping up as a good race in Northwest Suburban Conference baseball. Entering the week, Totino Grace is unbeaten in league play, with 4 teams behind them having 2 losses. That includes Champlin Park. The Rebels played at district rival Anoka Friday. The Rebels in a jam at the bottom of the second with runners at second and third, but Sam Goodman gets a big strikeout. Champlin Park escapes with minimal damage. They're down 2 in the top of the third. Derek Smith, though, comes through with a clutch 2-out, bases-loaded single. It scores Aaron Klepner and Riley Johnson, and we're tied up. And Champlin Park goes ahead in the 5th inning. Johnson comes home on the Anoka error for a 3-2 Rebels lead. Big Drew Nelson is solid in relief. He gets the inning-ending strikeout in the 6th with a tying run on second base. Then in the 7th, Nelson starts a game-ending 1-6-3 double play, and the Rebels win. They push their record to 8-2.
Maple Grove is also right in the hunt in the Northwest Suburban. The Crimson faced an improved Park Center squad on the Pirates' home field. Maple Grove gets on the board in the first inning as Curtis Haugen bounces to short. Isaac Collins with doubled scores from third. It's 1-0 Crimson after an inning. Park Center responds in the bottom of the 2nd. Ryan Traeger singles to right, and Dan Hansen, who had doubled, will come around to score. The Pirates even things up at 1-1. Maple Grove, though, gets 3 more in the top of the 3rd. Lucas Burrington lifts a fly ball to right that's deep enough to score Haugen on a sacrifice fly. That run makes it 4-1 Crimson. Same score in the 6th inning, and Bubba Horton tags a ball down the line to deep left field. Haugen scores an insurance run. Brett Schultz goes the distance, and Maple Grove wins it 5-2.
Maple Grove's boys tennis team is off to a great start. Chilly day last week. He had Osseo to watch the Orioles take on the unbeaten Crimson. Dennis Pham of Osseo in the far court, serving to Charlie Atkins, the 3rd-ranked player in Class AA. Atkins gets the backhand winner, and he takes the match at number 1 singles. Second singles, Maple Grove Sam Hochberger playing in the near court against Isaiah Stewart. Hochberger with a big forehand winner, and he wins his match in straight sets. Third singles, Maple Grove's Johnny Nudler in the far court playing Jake Tufte of Osseo. Nudler taking a little bit off this shot, gets the point near the net, and he wins at third singles. At second doubles, Osseo's Charlie Johnson and Riley Van Horn are playing Ben Bakke and Billy Ehlers. Big overhead smash gets the point for Maple Grove. Bakke and Ehlers win. First doubles, the Osseo tandem of Ben Gilbertson and Mitchell Brewer in the near court would play at the net here, and the Orioles earn the point. But Justin Liao and Davis Pfaff of Maple Grove now in the near court here. They take this point and they win the match. Maple Grove wins the match over Osseo 7-0.
And Maple Grove will be tested. They have some tough matches this week against Wayzata and Minnetonka.
And they will play in the Elk River tournament coming up on Saturday. Straight ahead on Sports Jam, highlights from big golf tournament plus lacrosse and softball.
Welcome back to Sports Jam, and time to talk golf.
Brooklyn Park's Edinburgh, USA is the home for one of the top regular season high school golf events each spring. The former Tri-State Invitational is now the Preview Invitational. 24 boys teams playing 36 holes at Edinburgh, USA. Ben Frazzini of Wayzata with a nice approach shot on the 7th hole. Gets it to about 8 feet from the cup. He would make that putt, and he shot back-to-back rounds of 77. Ian Mackenzie Olson of Wayzata knocks in his par putt on the par 3 6th hole. He led Wayzata on the first day with a round of 72. Eugene Grace's Ben Garside is the Eagles' #1 golfer. He shot a first-round score of 76 and turned in the Eagles' low score for the tournament. Good tourney for St. Michael Albertville. Trey Fessler sinks a birdie putt on the 6th hole. He scores 71 and 78 for the tournament. Minnetonka is the team champion. Ben Siegel finished second in the tournament to Blake's Reese Sanders. Siegel with identical rounds of 73 to pace the Skippers. Minnetonka wins the 36-hole tournament with a team score of 607, 4 shots ahead of Blake. St. Michael Albertville finished third with first-day leader Edina in fourth. Wayzata rounds out the top 5. Pepino Grace placed 22nd.
Now to lacrosse, where the Wayzata boys face some of the tougher teams on their schedule right away to start the season. A not so beautiful night for lacrosse as they play Minnetonka. A great individual effort by Amar Batra fighting his way through the Tonka defense. He gives the Trojans a 4-2 lead. Brenton Redrick races to the goal and scores here. The high shot for the Trojans. They spread the scoring around as Alexander Sally nets the goal. And then it's Batra with another goal as he'll pick up the loose ball and score. The Trojans go on to win it 9-6. The Osseo Park Center boys played in a section final a year ago. They look strong again this spring. They face Champlin Park on, you guessed it, another rainy night. Osseo Park Center goes on the attack as Boone Almquist sets up Noah Fleming for a goal just 29 seconds in. Almquist takes the next one himself as he fires it home for the first of his 5 goals in the game. Watch this one. Fleming with a great takeaway at midfield, and he goes in alone to score. He nets 4 goals on the night. OPC leads 4-0 after 1. Second quarter, and Alec Johnson takes the pass, spins, and scores. Osseo Park Center rolls to a 15-1 win over Champlin Park. The Champlin Park girls lacrosse team is hoping to make a return visit to the state tournament. The Rebels faced Osseo Park Center on a very sloppy night on the grass at Champlin Park. Tara Dahlman zips in front and scores here for the Rebels. And Hanna Crymble slips around the defender and scores for a 4-1 Champlin Park lead. Osseo Park Center comes back though. Margot Coombs with a few fakes and a nice shot. He cuts the lead to 5-4. Sam Nolan slices her way through the Osseo Park Center defense to score, and Champlin Park leads 7-5 at the half. Second half, Crymble scores from the free position. Champlin Park goes on to win 11-8, and we'll meet Hanna Crymble later in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
After a couple of one-run losses to start the season, the Champlin Park softball team has started to win some games. The Rebels hosting an Armstrong team that was coming off its first win of the season. And the Falcons take the lead first in this one. Joyce Yellowhammer driving this one deep to left and out for a solo home run. Armstrong has a 1-0 lead in the second inning. Bottom of the second, and the Rebels' Holly Blaska drives one to the opposite field and left to the fence for extra bases. Holly Mazzai scores, and the game is tied at 1. Then Sam Proctor connects, sending one over the left field fence for a 2-run homer. The Rebels are in the lead for good, 3-1 after 2. In the third inning, Taylor Gukeen shows bunt and swings away, finds the gap in right center field. Laura Klepner comes around to score from first base to make it 4-1. Gukeen getting to third with a triple. Later in the third, Proctor with another of her 3 hits on the day. This one a double off the fence and left. Blaska scores. Champlin Park is up 6-1. Brittany Davis goes 4 for 4 on the day. A hard smash here off the glove of the Falcons' third baseman and into left. Jordan Johnson scores. Champlin Park scores 4 runs in the third. They had 4 more in the fourth inning. A 10-run Armstrong, 11-1 in 5. So not a bad season to start for Champlin Park.
Always fun when you break out the bats and get everybody involved in the offense there too. Stay with us. Coming up next in our Sports Jam Spotlight, Jason Melillo profiles Champlin Park 3-sport standout Hanna Crymble. Hanna Crymble is one of the most gifted and versatile athletes to ever go through Champlin Park High School. Jason Melillo profiles the Rebels senior in this week's Sports Jam Spotlight.
Growing up, Hanna Crymble tried just about every sport there is. She even played football up until 6th grade.
It started off, I went to my brother's practices with my dad, and I'd watch, and it just seemed like so much fun. And like just the aggression in it and like being able to take someone down, it appealed to me, I guess. And I realized that all sports really coincide with like the different skills that you need to develop mentally, physically always helps.
Crymble's diverse athletic pursuits help mold her into a dynamic athlete. She's been a 3-sport lady in high school: volleyball in the fall, basketball in the winter, and lacrosse in the spring.
Being able to play different sports, you learn different, like, explosiveness in one sport will translate into another sport, and you just learn different ways of thinking about things, and that mental break is huge too, because you hit that plateau of skill development, and in order to get past that, you got to take a little break, maybe think about a different sport, and then come back to it, and then I think that's really important.
Crymble came to volleyball right before her freshman year at Champlin Park, encouraged by her good friend Sydney Hilly, and Crymble picked up the sport quickly.
She was leaning towards maybe playing soccer as a freshman, and the last open gym we had for volleyball coming into her freshman year, she was waiting around to get picked up, and we talked her into coming on the court for about a half hour. I'm pretty sure she had her mind made up at that point, but you know, we got her out there, and you could tell right away she was going to pick it up quickly. So, but yeah, Sid came to me a few times like, we got to get Hanna, we got to get Hanna. I'm like, I've never met her, but let's get her out, you know, and I'm super glad she did, not just because of what she did with volleyball, but she's just an amazing young woman, and she's going to have a great future. So
it was a really cool experience being able to come into something completely new. It was nerve-wracking, but at the same time being able to grow and people accepting that I had no idea what I was doing, but being able to work with me was a really cool experience.
But it's on the basketball floor where Crymble is at her best. She led the Rebels to the section final last winter and during the regular season reached the 1,000-point milestone.
It was really cool. At the time, I had no idea. I knew I was close, but I had no idea how close I was. And so the surprise that our program and my coaches and my parents had put on for me, the fans and everything, was really cool, and it was a huge surprise. But as like a post, I can't really create my own solely. I need my teammates, and my teammates really helped me get to that spot, and I'm very thankful to them for it. And it was just really cool to be able to hit that milestone.
Her basketball skills and academic excellence will take Crymble to the University of Vermont this fall. A driven student, Crymble is planning to pursue a medical degree, and UVM offered the perfect fit: a top-notch medical program and Division I basketball.
I'm very, very focused on academics, and out there the program was amazing. They have a level 1 trauma center, like their main hospital, Vermont's main hospital, is on campus, and so I'll be able to, I want to go pre-med, and so I'll be able to explore that right away. So that was a huge part. As far as basketball, the style of play was a fit. I loved the girls and the coaches that were there.
Being a tremendous student in the classroom, you have to learn how to manage your time, and I think being able to handle all these sports is just the fact that she's been able to manage her time, and she sees it all as just one big schedule, if you will, and that she's able to manage her athletics, and she's able to manage her studies and academics.
Crymble says she tries not to think about her time as a high school athlete coming to an end because that would kill the moment. Being around her lacrosse teammates and trying to help the Rebels get back to the state tournament is her focus right now, and she's going to enjoy it to the fullest. Jason Melillo, 12 Sports.
Hanna is the Athena Award winner from Champlin Park this year and will be honored at a banquet coming up on Friday. John talks softball with West Lutheran when we return.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. The West Lutheran softball team comes into play this week unbeaten. They are ranked number 6 in the state in Class A, and they join us this week on the show. And we'll start with pitcher Afton Zemke. And Afton, tell me a little bit about this season. You can't do any better than undefeated, but what's been the key to the success so far?
I think a lot of communication has helped us a lot this year. We have really improved on communicating on and off the field. And we have a lot of new players coming in, and so the older players really help communicate with the younger players as freshmen.
You had a good season last year, but some of those players graduated, so you didn't know exactly how you would fare once the game started. You've been pleasantly surprised?
Yeah, we had some decisions to make about what positions people would be playing, and we lost our shortstop and second baseman, so we had to fill in those spots, but I think we're doing really well this year with the decisions we've made.
I know New Life Academy is not in your section anymore, but you've got them coming up on Thursday. How much are you looking forward to that? And is that a good test for you to kind of see where you're at?
I think it definitely is. They did lose 2 of their best players, but I definitely think we can beat them this year.
Congratulations on the great start. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And Sienna Bjorlin, the senior catcher for West Lutheran. For you, what's been the biggest surprise, what you guys have done well and the success you've had so far?
Well, this year we've bonded a lot. Like, we've had so much fun together, and I mean that's like the best part of playing softball is having fun and like doing everything together and everything. Yeah.
A lot of not so close games, as I mentioned to Afton. Are you looking forward to having some tight games, and you need that kind of pressure when you head into the playoffs? Do you think?
I mean, it'll challenge us a lot, so then we'll be ready for the playoffs and everything. So that'll be really good.
What things need to improve, do you think, for you guys to make a run at a section title this spring?
Well, communicating is the most thing, like fly balls and everything. Well, how well we communicate, we've been practicing that a lot. When the balls go like between us, communicating and everything's just the most important thing.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks.
Turning now to head coach Bill Volbrecht. And Bill, tell me about this group of girls. As I mentioned, a mix of players who had success last year and some new varsity players, and obviously it seems to have gone well, right?
Yes, no, again, I think like we mentioned the last time we met, that the young ladies that have filled in those roles that Afton and Sienna talked about, they've stepped in and just done a very, very good job, both in the field and at the plate. We haven't missed a beat. As a matter of fact, I have contact with those young ladies that left us last year as seniors, and I told them if they were to come back right now, I probably wouldn't change a thing. I would leave those current players in their position, and they would go to a new position. We would just expand upon that and take the opportunity. And no, again, they've done just a great job in filling those roles, and to really not take a step back at all. We're just as solid, if not more, than last year. So.
For you, what's been the biggest surprise, pleasant surprise for your team?
I think Sienna hit on it and Afton both. Again, they just all gel together really, really well. It's a great group of young ladies. They communicate well. They have fun together all the time. And that's, of course, our ultimate goal every day when we come to the field. And I think we try to promote that as coaches as well as, bottom line, just have fun here. And that we want to, yes, we would like to, have continue to win. But as long as you can go home at the end of the day and know you had a good time and you gave it your best effort, that's really all that's important. So,
thanks for your time today. Good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you, sir.
West Lutheran 11-0 in softball coming into play this week, and again some big games yet to come in the regular season, including New Life Academy here at home on Thursday. We'll take a break and come back and wrap up Sports Jam. First, here's our plays of the week.
Here's a shot and a goal. Beauty. Wow, that was well disguised by Alec Johnson.
Whether you want to produce your own show or work behind the scenes, at Northwest Community Television, our free training will put you on the fast track to creating videos for TV and the internet. Our facility offers tools and equipment used by professionals, and expert instructors are on hand to guide you through turning your concept into programming. What are you waiting for? Start now to share your passion. Visit nwct.org.
Make your plans to attend the Maple Grove Mayor's Prayer Breakfast on Thursday, May 5th at 7:15 a.m. at the Rush Creek Golf Club. For more details, go to InTheCommunity at 12.tv. Mark Thursday, May 19th on your calendar for Prism's 3rd annual Taste of the Burbs Gala. For more details, go to InTheCommunity at 12.tv. Families, don't miss the vehicle fair on Saturday, May 14th from 10 to noon at the Crystal Community Center. For more details, go to InTheCommunity at 12.tv. Get ready for the Step to a Challenge from May 1st through the 28th. It's a great community event to help you get active. For more details, go to InTheCommunity at 12.tv.
Whether you want to produce your own show or work behind the scenes, at Northwest Community Television, our free training will put you on the fast track to creating videos for TV and the internet. Our facility offers tools and equipment used by professionals, and expert instructors are on hand to guide you through turning your concept into programming. What are you waiting for? Start now to share your passion. Visit nwct.org.
We have 2 games of the week for you in key Northwest Suburban baseball contests. Osseo visits Maple Grove Tuesday. Watch it live on our website, 12.tv, or catch the replays on Channel 12 and 799. Wednesday night at 7 and 10. Also on Thursday, Totino Grace is at Champlin Park. Watch that one live on the web or catch the replays Friday night at 7 and 10. And that will do it for this week's show.
Thanks for watching Sports Jam. We'll see you next week.